Welcome back to the online classes. Today I am going to take a new chapter, lesson number 6, the 100 dresses, part 2. So part 1 we have finished, and in that we have saw that how Wanda was all alone, and Peggy and Mary used to tease her and about the dresses and all, and she always replied that she has got 100 dresses, whereas they were not able to believe because she was wearing only one blue dress. So they thought that she's telling lies, so they continued to tease her. Mary was feeling a little awkward because she herself was a poor, and she also used to wear some other girls' dress, handover dresses. So she felt a little bad and she wanted somehow to stop Peggy, but she was not having enough strength, enough courage to say to Peggy, and she just left it, and no, because she was afraid that if she tells, then she will be the new target for them to tease. So she doesn't want to, for her, even though she said that even if somebody asks me how many dresses do I have, I would say just 10, 15 something, not the 100 dresses, of course. Then she felt no need of saying. When Peggy will feel that it is too much from her part, then she herself will stop teasing Wanda. Then they had a competition, drawing competition. For the boys it was a sketch of motorboat, for girls it was the dresses. So all the girls had taken part, and Mary was sure that it would be Peggy who is going to win the competition, because she was such a good artist that she could draw by looking in the magazine the actors or the dress exactly the same. So it would be Peggy who would win the competition. When they reached the school, they were surprised to see that the classroom was covered with the 100 dresses, the paintings, the drawings of dresses. They were surprised to see that so many dresses, and each one of them were unique. Miss Mason came to the class and asked the children to settle down. She announced the winners of the boys, that is the Jack Baggles, who won the boys medal, and his drawing was pasted in the room number 12 along with the other participants. Then she says that all the girls had drawn one or two drawings only, but one girl who drew 100 dresses. It was exceptional. The judges also said that you can take any drawing, it would win the prize, and the room number 13 would be proud of that girl, and that is, she is Wanda Petronsky. Hearing that name, Mary and Peggy were surprised that she was telling the truth, that she has the 100 drawing, 100 dresses, whether it is in the closet or in her mind, but they felt it was very good. Up to here we had finished. Now let us see the chapter number 6, the 100 dresses, part 2. While the class was circling the room, the monitor from the principal's office brought Miss Mason a note. Miss Mason read it several times and studied it thoughtfully for a while. Then she clapped her hands. Attention class, everyone back to their seat. When the shuffling of feet had stopped and the room was still and quiet, Miss Mason said, I have a letter from Wanda's father that I want to read to you. Miss Mason stood there a moment, and the silence in the room grew tense and expectant. The teacher adjusted her glasses slowly and deliberately. Her manner indicated that what was coming. This letter from Wanda's father was a matter of great importance. Everybody listened closely as Miss Mason read the brief note. So the boys, the children were going round the class, looking at each and every drawing, the dress drawing, and making noise and everything. At that time, from the principal's office, a monitor comes, a peon comes with a note for Miss Mason. She takes it, she reads again, and the happy face turns into sadness. A little grief comes to her face. Then she claps her hand and asks all the children to be back in their place, to settle down to their places. And then she says that she has received a letter from Wanda's father that she wants to read. Again, she took time. She became a little more, tense type, grief type, and cleaning her specs and everything, and looked at the children, everybody. But by her look, all the children understood that the letter has something very important to say to us. They wanted to hear very quietly, so that's why everybody kept silence. Dear teacher, my Wanda will not come to your school anymore. Jack also. Now we move away to big city. No more holler holler. No more ask why funny name. Plenty of funny names in the big city. Yours truly, Jan Petronsky. A deep silence met the reading of this letter. Miss Mason took off her glasses, blew on them, and wiped them on a soft white handkerchief. Then she put them on again and looked at the class. When she spoke, her voice was very low. So the letter she read, and Wanda's father said that Wanda and her brother Jack will not come to the school. They are leaving this school and going to the big city. The reason that the children were teasing her because of the name and other things, and in big cities there are a lot of funny names. So no more, they are coming. A deep silence, a big silence came into the class. Everybody kept quiet, and Miss Mason cleansed her glass, everything, and then again she spoke with very low and grief-filled voice. I am sure that none of the boys and girls in room 13 would purposely and deliberately hurt anyone's feelings because his or her name happened to be a long, unfamiliar one. I prefer to think that what was said in thoughtlessness. I know that all of you feel the way I do, that this is a very unfortunate thing to have happened, unfortunate and sad, both. And I want you all to think about it. So she just said that I know that none of you, either boys or girls, none of you have teased Wanda or anybody purposefully. It happens. It's quite natural that when we meet each other and when we come to know somebody's name in such a funny way, we just start teasing. But it's not that purposefully. We don't plan, we don't execute it. We don't say that, okay, we will make fun in front of such a so-and-so person. No, it is not that way. It just comes automatically. But she says that what you did was not the right thing. You went too extreme. Okay? You went very far, teasing the same person every day, constantly. And that's the reason that the child left the school. So she just asked the children, think yourself. Just think yourself where you went wrong. Did you go too far by teasing the girl too much and not understanding the silence of that girl? No, you just think about it. Just go far and think about it. That have you understood the child properly or not? No? Then only you will realize that how the girl, this girl has done. No? Then only you will understand that whether she was having the problem or not. So just think about it. The first period was a study period. Medi tried to prepare her lessons, but she could not put her mind in her work. She had a very sick feeling in the bottom of her stomach. True, she had not enjoyed listening to Peggy ask Wanda how many dresses she had in a closet, but she had said nothing. She had stood by silently, and that was just as bad as what Peggy had done. Worse, she was a coward. At least Peggy hadn't considered they were being mean, but she, Medi, had thought they were doing wrong. She could put herself in Wanda's shoes. So the first period was a study period, and Medi was not able to concentrate in her study. She was not able to prepare herself for the classes because she was thinking about Wanda, that how we disturbed her, how we teased her. Because of that, she is leaving the school. Now she says that I should have understood. Peggy, of course, did not understand. She always was teasing. She was just thinking that I am not making her cry. I am not making her torturing her. Okay, she might have thought, but I should have understood one thing. Second thing, this girl, Wanda, why she kept silent? Why she did not open her mouth? She should have opened her mouth at least once and said, please don't disturb me. Please don't make fun of me. Please leave me alone. If she had told once, Medi would have stopped Peggy to tease her. Something she would have done. And that's what Medi says, no, at the end, that she could put herself in Wanda's shoes. because she is also poor. She also wears the dress which are handed over to them. No, that's the reason. So she knows that how it feels to ask, or teasing. So she was knowing that, but she said that why Wanda kept silent. She should have said at least once. Then it would have been a different story. Goodness, wasn't there anything she could do? If only she could tell Wanda she hadn't meant to hurt her feelings. She turned around and stole a glance at Peggy. But Peggy did not look up. She seemed to be studying hard. Well, whether Peggy felt badly or not, Mary, had to do something. She had to find Wanda Petronsky. Maybe she had not yet moved away. Maybe Peggy would climb the heights with her and they would tell Wanda she had won the contest, that they thought she was smart and the 100 dresses were beautiful. Goodness, wasn't there anything she could do? So Mary just still thinking that why she did this. Wasn't there anything else to do instead of going away from this place and to the big city? Why she did not say to anybody? She could have told to any teacher, to the principal, to any girl or boy in the class, to anybody. But she did not say, she did not speak, she was not having any friendship with anybody in the class. So she was all alone, sitting all alone, never playing. So why she did? She could have done anything. Now, Mary wanted somehow to get reconciled. She wanted somehow to confess Wanda. So she just looked at Peggy. Peggy was quite normal. She was studying herself. She was not all, there was no reactions or any kind of worry or tension on her face. She was just quiet girl and she was doing her studies. So Mary thought of that I would, after the class, go to the Bogan Heights, meet Wanda and try to stop her. And she hopes that she's still there. She hasn't left the town, so she will definitely ask the Wanda not to go. And while coming after the class is over, she would also ask Peggy to come along with her so that they can both go and take the Bogan Heights and talk to Wanda and stop her and congratulate her first for the drawing competition that she has won and for all the beautiful drawings. When school was dismissed in the afternoon, Peggy said with a pretended casualness, "Hey, let's go and see if that kid has left town or not." So Peggy had the same idea. Mary glowed. Peg was really all right. The two girls hurried out of the building, up the street toward Bogan Heights, the part of town that wore such a forbidding air on this kind of a November afternoon, drizzly, damp and dismal. So when the school was over, when they came out of the school, Peggy immediately told to Mary, "Come on, Mary, we shall go to the Bogan Heights. Let us see whether Wanda has gone or not." Mary was surprised. Oh, she also was thinking the same thing what Mary herself was thinking. She said, of course, let us go. Let us see whether she is there or not. If she is there, then we will talk to her. So they started walking towards the Bogan Heights, climbing that hill. There, the air was totally different because it was totally covered with lots of dry leaves, woods and all. That smell was something different from the other places. So they were feeling a little cozy, they were feeling a little other side, in this place. One thing. Second thing, it was drizzling and the whole road, the mud road was totally dirty. The shoes became dirty, covered with the mud, and the whole cloth also started getting wet. "Well, at least," said Peggy gruffly, "I never did call her a foreigner or make fun of her name. I never thought she had the sense to know we were making fun of her anyway. I thought she was too dumb and gay. Look how she can draw." So Peggy says that I never called her a foreigner. I made fun, of course. I used to ask her how many dresses and all, but never called her a foreigner because of her name. I never did that. But she is also a senseless creature. Why she could not speak? I never thought she had the sense to know we were making fun of her anyway. Why she did not understand that we were just making fun. Even she did not have that much sense that we all are just making fun. So she should have taken as a joke and forget about it. Why she had taken so serious? So that she was so dumb and so what you call shy type that she had to leave the school and go. Enough for today. We will continue tomorrow with the next rest of the chapter. Thank you. Have a nice day.